Epistemology is not easily separated from ontology in Plato, since knowledge is knowledge of what is, and since there is a necessary connection between knowledge and its object. Plato is primarily interested in ontology, and often seems to assume that we can have knowledge. Plato assumes knowledge is A, infallible, B, of what is real, and C, attainable in this life. In the Theaetetus, he tells us something about what knowledge is not. First, knowledge is not sense perception, contrary to Protagoras. First, because sense perception fails requirements A and B above. Socrates agrees with Heraclitus that sense perception is always in flux, but disagrees that everything is. He concludes from this that sense perception cannot be knowledge. Secondly, if knowledge were sense perception, no man would be wiser than any other. Third, if knowledge were sense perception, then we could not know anything that we were remembering without perceiving. Mirages and mathematics are counterexamples here. Knowledge also is not true judgment or true belief. True judgments might just be luck. And knowledge is not true judgment plus an account. An account might be given without any real understanding, for example, if one were to memorize the steps of a geometrical proof. The conclusion of the Theaetetus is that knowledge is not the perception of individuals, that true knowledge must rather be knowledge of the universal. According to Plato, knowledge is possible, is of the real, and is infallible, that is, knowledge has an objective reference. Knowledge is expressed in clear and unambiguous definitions. Seemingly fixed concepts like good lend themselves to such definitions. Plato concludes from this that the objects of knowledge are fixed concepts, or universals. Here we begin to find the idea that the more universal a concept, the higher the knowledge is of that concept. In knowledge, we make a distinction between object and state of mind. Knowledge is distinguished from mere opinion primarily on the basis of its object. Opinions are opinions of images, while knowledge is knowledge of originals or archetypes. Knowledge is a certain kind of state of mind, that is, it is in the head. When one apprehends an original idea or a universal, he is said to be in a state of knowing. Both knowledge and opinion are divided into two kinds each. Opinions are divided into, first, images of images, caricatures or falsifications of images, such as a painting of a man, and second, images, or approximations of ideas, sensible particulars, for example, a man. Knowledge is divided into two categories as well. First, mathematical entities, intelligible particulars, each of these is multiple. There are many twos or circles that the mathematician deals with. They are not the sensible particulars, the numerals or figures, nor are they the universals, two-ness or circularity. They are intelligible particulars, of which there are many. And second, forms or universals. Each of these is unique. The myth of the cave, from Republic, instructs us in this. Plato's concern with higher knowledge is not purely academic, but largely practical. He was, for instance, largely concerned with the education of statesmen, so that they might navigate the ship of state more effectively. Passing from one state of mind to another is not so much an evolution as it is a conversion, as the myth of the cave illustrates.